And he's just one heck of a guy. What a dreamer. He's just a wonderful man. And so I would like you to bring on, because I'm not going to make any jokes about him, because he's just my pal of mine. So please give a warm welcome to Mr. Dan McKown.
What's funny is I was going to ask some people to stand up in a second, so you may be standing again. How y'all doing tonight? All right. Quick question. Anybody here attend the tea parties? All right, stand up if you attended the tea parties. All right. All right. I would stand with you. Now, look very carefully. We're apparently domestic terrorists, according to the Homeland Security.
Yes! I'll take it.
You can sit down now. I was kind of a little offended by that. I mean, the tea parties were a protest about, government spending and taxes. I mean, and think about, I'm sorry, we're getting taxed to death. Side note, a few years ago, I lost a job. And the last paycheck I get, there is like $12.70 removed for employment security tax. Okay, I just lost my job. I have no employment and I have no security. My teddy bear was in the pawn shop. I don't know where to turn. It's rare pawn shops that take teddy bears. But anyway, so it's just crazy because whenever there's a vote for a state income tax, we shoot it down. That's good. We shot down the car tabs. I mean, we kind of have a better idea in Washington than they do back east. And the big thing to know is not just the taxes. A lot of what we buy is a tax. Oven cleaner. Is there anybody in this room that gets excited when they have to go buy oven cleaner? No. You know why? Because oven cleaner is not a product. It's a tax for having an oven. It's not the only one. It's not. Light bulbs. Does anybody write home when it's time to replace a light bulb? No. It's a light tax. Toothpaste? It's a tax on your teeth. Shampoo? Tax for having hair. Razors is a tax for having hair in the wrong places. Now, shaving cream is the tax to get the razors off your skin, and Band-Aids are the tax for when that exactly didn't work out properly. Laundry detergent is your tax on your clothes. Dish soap. Okay, I gotta be honest here. I'm a bachelor, so I'm not entirely sure what dish soap is for. I think it's bogus. Cat litter is a tax for clean carpets. You want Windex so you can, tax for cat lovers. Windex is a tax so you can, look through your windows and see your cats. You threw me, ladies. You threw me. And then the big one that no one wants to forget, which I just did. You know what I'm talking about, because nobody wants to buy it, but nobody will go without it. And I'm talking about toilet paper. Yours and my butt tax. There's some occupations that are taxes. Like a psychiatrist. That's not a job. That's a tax for not having any friends. An anger management counselor is a tax for having the wrong ones. But the big tax, there should be a tax rebate on failed dating. I am a big believer in happily ever after, but I spend a lot of money on dating and I don't get a tax break for it, and I think that we should get a tax break for it. A little round of applause. Single people, there needs to be a tax break for dating. I mean, in investments, you get a tax break when it doesn't pan out. I mean, I would love to see the guy, I'm gonna pick on Tony. I'd love to see the guy who is sitting with the IRS agent with a kind of a questionable thing. Mr. Daniels, I see you have $15,000 here, and it's kind of vague about what your deductions for. So, excuse me, sir? The girl turned out to be a guy. Sorry, sir. There's a transgender clause here. We can deduct that for you, no problem. Really? I've never heard of that. Well, it was originally in the stimulus package, but we thought that was kind of a bad choice of words and it got cut. the worst luck on first dates. I mean, I could go on and make myself cry. I'm gonna pull one back from my distant past because it's a little less painful. I went out with this young lady, we'll call her Terry, because that was her name. And we went to this nice restaurant, and I was on a roll. I was charming, I was witty, I was sensitive, I was caring, I was attentive. And about halfway through the evening, Terry looks at me and says, Dan, you haven't made a forward move or anything that could be construed as a sexual advance all evening. I'm a Christian guy, I'm a nice guy, I'm flattered. And before I can go, oh shucks ma'am, we're nothing, she hits me with her purse. Bam! Do you really think I'm stupid enough to fall for an adolescent ploy like reverse psychology? And then she hits me again. I had the monogram from her latch embedded on this side of my face, and my steak stuck to this side. And then she went back to eating her lobster. Oh, I was furious. I got up. I peeled the steak off my face, and I said to her, nothing, because I was afraid she'd hit me again. Excused myself to the little comedian's room, and there I worked up 2 speeches. One was, Terry, I have no idea where your hostilities originate or what sort of men you've dated in the past. The second was, woman, what the... Please feel free, it's a clean show, to insert your own metaphors here. What is wrong with you? I'm going with the second speech. I storm out of that bathroom. Oh, I've got all the confidence in the world. Fire burning in my heart. I looked across the restaurant, and she flung her hair into the air, a golden shower. I started thinking, I felt my courage leave me. She had finished her lobster and was moved over to my steak. She looked lethal. So I started thinking, oh, I do not want to deal with that. And I looked. And not 7 feet away was the reception stand and the front door. I was presented with an interesting moral dilemma. A test. A test which I am proud to say I failed. I hope she had to do dishes. I hope she is still doing dishes. I hope her future children are doing dishes. Fortunately, I'm not the bitter sort. You know, the funny thing is, on the way out, the hostess looked at me kind of funny, and I went, oh, I have to go get the ring. Oh, well, this is cause for celebration. And I thought, yeah, you know what? Get the most expensive bottle of champagne you got, open it right up, send it over to our table. I'll be right back.